Hello and welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I'm Eva Maria, your Monday hostess, and this week we will be sharing with you Sabbat recipes. Now I imagine that by Sabbat recipes we don't necessarily mean always edible recipes, but the recipe I will be sharing with you will be for something you can serve at a gathering during a Sabbat. But I'm sure that when we selected this topic, I'm sure some of us had in mind recipes for other sorts of things like incenses, maybe magical powders, other things. It doesn't necessarily have to be for edible things, okay? Just to clarify that, so as you stay tuned and watch this week, do keep that in mind, You may get some recipes for things to serve, and you may get some recipes for magical things. But I decided the Sabbat that I would bring forth a recipe for would be the next one, the summer solstice. Because I thought about the Sabbath that just passed. And I'm like, well, it wouldn't really do any good if I shared like a Beltane recipe, then you'd kind of have to hold on to that for an entire year maybe to try and use that again on Beltane. So I thought it makes more sense for me to present you with a recipe for the summer solstice. Now that said, I was thinking, and first I had ideas in mind for things like spice cake and stuff like that, and I'm like, no, it's the summer, that's like the height of summer. It's really hot. Like, who wants to be baking something and heating up the house even more? So I'm like, no, that's probably not a good recipe to share. So I started thinking, and I'm like, what does summer make me think of? What would be really, really awesome to have, And I thought something cool to drink. And then I thought, okay, ingredients. What sort of ingredients, or what might be an ingredient I might focus on that may capture the spirit of the summer solstice? And what I came upon, what I thought to myself, was something that has an association to solar fire. So then the next thing that came to me was cinnamon. Really readily available, easy, cheap, It's not like a esoteric thing that you have to go like hunting down in some special shop. You can just go to your grocery store. So I thought the recipe that I will be sharing is one that just made sense. Cinnamon spiced iced tea. And I found a really great sounding recipe for this online. I haven't tried it, I'll admit, but it sounds really, really good. So I thought, okay, since we're going to be talking about Sabbat recipes, I'm going to bring forth cinnamon spiced iced tea for the summer solstice because it captures the association of solar fire. It's a nice cool drink to drink at the height of summer. I think it would be great at gatherings. So I'm going to share with you, without further ado, the ingredients and the directions to make cinnamon spiced iced tea. I am also going to be linking this recipe, this page, in the description below if you would like to just go and print it out for yourself rather than sit there with a pen and paper writing down everything I say. I figure that might be a little easier for you. So, cinnamon spiced iced tea. What you will need: 8 cups of filtered or spring water. You will also need 1 cinnamon stick. She says here, I think it's a she that wrote this recipe up in this page. If I'm wrong, oops, but I'm pretty sure it's a she. She says use 2 1-inch cinnamon sticks, but 1 inch is kind of small, so I think that would pretty much equal like 1 regular size cinnamon stick. So, okay, 8 cups of filtered or spring water, 1 cinnamon stick, 1/2 cup of sugar. She says here 3 large or family-sized black tea bags. Well, I looked up online. How many regular-sized tea bags equal a large or family-sized tea bag? And what I saw online is that 4 regular-sized tea bags equal 1 family-sized tea bag. So, if she's asking for 3 here, then you would need 12 regular-sized tea bags, of black tea bags. You would need also 3/4 of a cup of orange juice, 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And then if you want to garnish it, when you serve it, you may want an orange sliced up, an orange or 2 sliced up into sections, depending how many people you're going to serve this to, or, you may make 1 or 2 batches depending how big your gathering is. I mean, this is just 1 batch, but like, if you're going to make double this recipe or something, rather than just use 1 orange cut into 6 slices, you could use maybe 2 or whatever you want to do. You can have some orange slices for a garnish. You can also have cinnamon sticks for garnish as well. You will need ice for serving, it is suggested. And now, how to make this. Instructions. Place the water, cinnamon sticks, and sugar in a large saucepan and place over high heat. Bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce to simmer for 5 minutes to allow the cinnamon sticks to release the cinnamon stick to release its flavor. Remove the water from the heat, add the tea bags, cover and allow it to steep for 5 minutes. Remove the tea bags, throw them away. Pour the tea mixture into a 2-quart pitcher and stir in the orange and lemon juice. Chill the tea in the refrigerator until cold, about 2 hours. She seems to have, wait, did she mention the sugar? Oh no, she did mention the sugar, I'm sorry. Chill the tea in the refrigerator until cold, about 2 hours. When you serve it, you pour it over ice. You basically fill up a glass with ice, you pour it in there, and you can put a little orange slice and or a cinnamon stick on the top, just sticking out of the glass of iced tea as a cute little garnish when you serve it. One thing I will say, if you're making this, take seriously that this recipe provider says steep the bags for 5 minutes and then remove them. And the reason why I'm telling you this is that I have come to learn in my travels that if you leave tea steeping for more than 5 minutes, the tannin in the tea will make the tea begin to taste chalky and sometimes bitter. The only time that is not the case is with rooibos tea, because rooibos is actually not it's not the same kind of, it's not like a, how can I explain it? It's actually a different sort of plant that tea comes from, that rooibos. It doesn't have tannin, so rooibos can steep a little longer, but I think as long as you want, pretty much. But if it's like traditional, like black tea, green tea, like regular teas, they have tannins in them, so usually 3 to 5 minutes is the steep time. You don't want to really go over that, or it'll start tasting chalky and sometimes a little bitter, depending, what exact tea you've got. So yeah, take the 5 minutes suggested seriously. Anyway, I have this recipe again in the description for you. If I've kind of gone through it a little too quickly and you're like, what did she just say? You can just go and look at it and either print it or jot it down at your own pace or whatever you want to do. I hope you get to try this, and I hope you like this. I hope it's something that can make your summer solstice really, really fun and awesome. I want to try it myself. I just, I'm probably going to wait until summer really gets into full swing, because it's not quite hot enough here yet for for something like this. I want to wait till it's like sweltering outside and I'm dying and I'm like, and then you go to drink and you're just like, oh, yes. You know, but anyway, that's the extent of my video. I'm going to keep this kind of rather short this week because I am posting late and I want to be sure that I actually post on my day, hopefully, depending how long this takes to finalize. But anyway, I'm going to wish you all blessed Be Ashe. You all stay tuned, watch everyone else's videos. I look forward to checking out all the recipes everyone else brings forward. I hope you find what we bring you this week to be very helpful and a little fun, you know. And until next time, until next week, you stay awesome. And bye-bye for now.